Hi, welcome to website design and HTML coding. Today I'm going to take a look at the use of website softwares. We have so many software that you can use to build or design or construct a website, and we have about 3 or 6 programs that you can use to develop a website. Now, developing a website, you need to have a plan. If someone says plan, it's just like if you want to build a house, the things that you need to do. You need to first of all have a plan that you can use to build a house. So you call for a building draftsman to design a plan for you, and that is what you'll be using to build the house. So if the house doesn't stand on well, you will be blamed because you are the one who designed the building plan for him to use. So you're also going to construct a website or build a website. So building a website, you need some certain softwares. The one common software that you are going to use is called Dreamweaver. Before you use a Dreamweaver or a software to build a website, you need to first of all prepare your site folder. So preparing a site folder, you need to create a folder on the desktop. After creating the folder on the desktop, then you will open your web developer program, which is Dreamweaver. So this Dreamweaver will help you to construct graphically design website and some basics HTML and CSS word code. So this is a Dreamweaver app that we are going to use to develop the app. So we are going to take a look at the interface. Now this is a welcome page for the Dreamweaver. So we have a recent items, then we have new, we have samples. So samples means if you want to use the template over there, you can choose any of the samples over there to design your website. So we have the sample, which is the template. Then we have the new. New means you are now going to construct everything from scratch on your own without using the template. So the new, you give us an options of HTML, code fields, PHP, ASP, and etc. So all these are web coding method that you can use. So for us, we are going to start with the HTML and the CSS. So these are the applications that will be used to develop our website. Then the recent ones are website that I'm already working on it. So you will see it over here. So that is what we mean by all the recent. So first of all, we are going to look at where to start. So we are going to choose the HTML from this angle. Now, when you choose your HTML, you have a screen like this, so you have the interface in this format. So the interface, you are going to take a look at the parts of the screen. Now, parts of the screen, we are going to take a look at them step by step. So when you look on top here, every application has a title bar. So the title bar is what every application word contains. It gives you the name of the application that you are using, then the document name. Here you can find on title 1. So that is the name for the site that we are going to create. Then we have menu. The menu gives you options of certain commands that you can use to develop. So if I put my cursor on them, you will see them by the names. The name anchor, table, image, and blah blah blah. So all these options are there for you to use in creating a website. So we have the menus. Now from the menu we have panel group. Panel group, we have it at the right side here where the pointer is. This is our panel group. So we have so many options over there. So if you want to work on any of them, you just have to click on the menu or the name. So these are the panel group. Then we have our website title, which you can find it over here, the web title. The website that you are creating, what name are you going to use for the site. So if it's your own website, what is the name of the company? So the name of the company will be here. So that is what we mean by the title. Then we have our documents window. This is where you'll be inserting pictures, text documents, and other stuff. So this is where we'll be working on it. That is why we call document window. Then we have property bar, which is under the document area. So the properties gives you options of so many things. Let's say you've typed in a word and you want to increase the font size, you want to change the style, you want to bold it, you want to give it center or whatever, you have access of what using it over here. So these are our what properties. Then at the top there we have something called design spread code and design and what code. This option we call it controls. So whatever that you want to do, if you want to use the design button, I mean this environment, this area, you just have to drag the options into here. It builds. If you want to use the split gives you option of what at the design and the coding area. So this area is where you'll be keying in. So whatever you key in over here, it will appear here. So we have the split. Then we have the code area where you don't need the interface. So here you'll be inserting the code raw by raw. You just type it there. So this is our word code area. So this options gives you a choice. So if you want to split your window into two, you want to see the design and the code at the center, you can use, or you want to use the design command. So we have options by what switching the command buttons. Then we have another area says classic workspace. If someone says classic workspace, we are talking of an option at the you have an extra option where you need to what to make changes. Something like if you want to make property settings, you have it here. So the properties gives you an access of what changing some certain things where you have your appearance. Appearance means the font size, the color, and the other things. Now, when you go to a category, you have length. So at the length, it gives you options to what to choose the font, the size, the link color, visited link color, rollover link. So all these options are there for you. So as time goes on, we'll be using them one by one to see how you can use these options. Then we have the heading. The heading we are talking about whenever you open a website, you see a heading of information. So that headings, if you may have 6 or 4 headings in it, you can give them sizes. If you want them to be on the same size, you just have to choose one and it will apply to all the headings in it. Then we have title and coding. The title, as I made mention, the name of the website, you just have to give it the name. Then this additional what settings that you need to do, but it's not necessary for you to make changes. You need to maintain the same what settings over here. Then the tracing image, this option also gives you access to what to reduce the image quality. You can even turn the image into transparent. So all these options are there for us to use in Dreamweaver. So Dreamweaver is an easy platform that helps you to design a website without entering code. So whatever that you want to do in the Dreamweaver, you have access. Other menus, as time goes on, we'll be going them one by one to see what you can use them for. So we have a lot. We have the font, the data, the spy, text, favorite, and all stuff. So as time goes on, we'll be going through them one by one. So we have now in every website, when you are designing a website, you need to have a layout. That is what I said, planning. You need to plan how the website will look or the arrangement of a website. So you need to plan all these things before you start developing a website. So in Dreamweaver, we have access of what changing the layout views. We have expanded option. The expanded option allows you to expand your website size. Then you have the standard. The standard one, whether you are using a mobile phone or you are using a laptop to view, it will remain the same. But the expanded one, you have to scroll it either horizontal or vertical. So in website, this Dreamweaver is one of the applications that you can use to develop. Apart from using Dreamweaver, we have online platforms which is free that you can use to develop. All that you have to do is you just have to have your test documents, your pictures and stuff already. So immediately you log into the site, then you just have to do drag and drop, drag and drop. So we are going to set up our website by choosing our folder from the desktop. So configuring your website or workspace, you need to go to a menu called site. Then you choose new site. So when you choose the new site, you will have this dialog box gives you access to create the site name. If you can see, it says what would you like to name your site. So just have to clean it and give it a name. So this is my website name. So I'll give it the website name. For the HTTP, because we are working on offline basis, so you need not to type in anything. You just have to leave it like that and click on next to continue. So when you come to the next page, you have another option gives you access. Says, do you want to work on a server technology? Now, as I made mention, I'm not working on an internet base, so I'll just have to choose no, which means I'm going to work on a local system. So immediately I click on next, another options will come for me to edit. How do you want to work with your file during the deployment? So I want to work on the local basis, so I have it in here. So then I'll go in for the folder. So immediately I click on the folder, this dialog box will come for me to choose the folder that I want to work on it. So I'll go through and choose this new web. Then I'll select, then it will be there. So if it doesn't appear, just have to name it over here, web new web page. Then I'll click next. I'll click. It says what folder on the server do you want to store? So I'll just have to pick. So I have the folder over here. Then I'll choose select. Then I'll move forward. Then another question comes forward for sharing. It says, do you want to enable? So this option now says yes, enable to check in and out, no. So I will just choose no and click what next. So after the next, I will have my summary of the setting up a website. I have the site name, the root file, that is where I will be working on. Then I have the remote, which is the local server that I'm working with. Then I'll click done. So immediately I click on done, the website folder will be active at the control panel or the panel group. So I'll have the site folder and the name at the right end over here. So I've already setting up. So after the setting up, then you start developing your website. Put it in your mind, Dreamweaver is an easy application where you can drag and drop information in here without entering any code. If